Hey, what's up everybody? This is Osaberg501 and today I want to go over something that you should be buying right now in Lost Ark. And the main thing we're going over in this video is why you should be buying crystals with gold right now. So if you want to go to the currency exchange, you go down to your store tab, then go to currency exchange. And then you go over to the buy crystals tab. And essentially how this works is there is a current price for how much gold these crystals cost, and you will be getting 95 crystals for however much gold you put in to buy that many crystals. And this price is just based off how many people are selling blue crystals, how much gold is in the economy, and just the general gold economy of the game. Now this 500 gold price for the 95 crystals is ridiculously cheap, especially in the general scheme of the game. So if you go to the Korean servers, this amount of crystals is like 1400 to 1500 gold. And that's not necessarily super high for the point they're at in the game, but this is ridiculously low, and this has dropped a few hundred gold in the past couple days. And there's a few reasons I want to go over as to why that's happened, but the basics of this video is buy these crystals with gold because it's such a good value. I recently just spent over 30,000 gold, and now I'm back up to 11,300 crystals. Now these crystals are always going to be valuable. This is the currency you want to buy to get past gold inflation, because later down the road it's going to be a lot more expensive. It should be a lot more expensive. The last time it was this price was a few weeks ago, just because our region was new, so gold had to be built up. But there's a few reasons why this is so ridiculously low again, and it's going to go up. Sometime down the road, it's probably going to be similar to the prices that are on the Korean server and in the other versions of the game. And blue crystals are mainly used for the shop, but down the road, if this is up at 1400 gold, let's say, and you bought a bunch of crystals at 500 gold, you could just resell them if you want to and make a ton of gold that way. But these are always going to be incredibly useful. You're able to buy most things on the shop with crystals, the optional sub, pretty much all of the upgrading materials, the card packs. You can even buy most of the skins that are added to the game with these crystals as well. Now that's the main point of the video, just to show you guys you should be buying these blue crystals right now for a really good deal. So if you don't want to watch any further, go ahead and stop watching. But I did want to go over some theories I have to why this would be happening. Now this is caused by gold deflation. There's less gold in the economy. Gold's going to be worth more, so it's going to cost less gold to get the same amount of crystals. And I think one of the reasons this is happening is actually because bots have started to try to craft materials and sell those in an attempt to make more gold. And I've gone over multiple videos that touches on some of what bots are doing. You can see here, and in my last video we talked about this, where armor and weapon stones are ridiculously cheap. The tier 1 stones are 1 gold per 10, the lowest price you can go. There's just ridiculous amounts of them. There's 250,000 of each of them up on the market right now, just ridiculous amounts. I've gone over fish before, and we'll go over that a little bit in this video as well. And then one of my recent videos was about an AFK gold farm that you guys could be doing, that I went over crafting these Kaldar fusion materials, which are a material used for upgrading your gear in tier 2. And what you could essentially do is, because bots were fishing so much, you could buy these fishing materials at ridiculously low prices, craft these fusion materials in your hideout, and sell them on the market for a profit. You cannot do that anymore, at least right now, because even though the price of these have completely tanked, once Amazon starts being able to get rid of more and more of these bots and there's less in the game in general, these are going to go back up, because these are something that are always going to be useful no matter what. So these will go back up in price. So if you crafted a lot of them and followed that video of mine, just keep them in your inventory. They will go back up if or when Amazon deals with some of the bots. And if that doesn't happen, everything's going to end up being 1 gold anyway. But these are currently sitting at 4 gold on average. Some of them were put up for 3 gold, but as you can see, there's a ridiculous amount of these. Now, some of these are because me and I assume other people have made videos on doing that method that I talked about in that video, but definitely not enough people have seen those videos for it to be this wide of a thing going on, because this is a ridiculous amount of these. And some other people have been talking about this as well, is that bots are now starting to craft certain items to try to sell them for more gold than they would get selling the raw items. Because at the end of the day, the goal of these bots, or at least the big groups of bots, is to make as much gold as possible and sell that gold on RMT websites for real money. That's their main goal. So whatever way they can make more gold, they're going to try to do. So it seems that they've been crafting items like these, putting them up, so it's been tanking the market, and way too many people mixed with bots started to do this, so the market tanked. Now there's just a ridiculous amount of these, and I think the majority of that was due to bots. And the reason why this would take a ton of gold out of the economy is because crafting these actually costs a certain amount of gold. So you craft 30 of these materials at one time, and just the crafting fee baseline from your stronghold is 80 gold to craft the 30. And that doesn't count the materials. So if thousands of bots just started to use all their fishing materials to craft these, then they all put them up. It's going to tank the price of these. So they're not going to be making any gold off of it, but they just crafted all these things, which just took that gold out of the economy, because the crafting fee in the stronghold is just a gold sink to get gold out of the economy. But when it's done on a massive scale, it's going to deflate the general gold economy. And this is one of the reasons that crystals are much cheaper right now. And I would definitely keep my eye on other crafted items in the game, because I have a feeling that a lot of bots are going to start to try to craft different items to make a ton of very quick gold. And I think one of the reasons those fusion materials are something that is tanked and been being crafted by bots is because so many bots have been fishing, so they have all these materials and they're getting all these materials anyway, and they tank the price of the materials already, so these materials aren't worth much, so they can craft them to try to make some quick gold. And I think that once bots start to do more of the other resource gathering, trade skills, and stuff like that, and start crafting different items, that those items are going to start to tank. And I think they're still on fishing right now, because if you go to fish, it's 4 gold per 100 fish right now. It's completely ridiculous. There's so much fish. This price is absolutely ridiculous, because if you go to, say, the Korean servers, per 100 fish is like 170 or 180 gold, because fish are always used, because this is used in one of the crafts for tier 3 upgrade materials, and that's the main way you get those upgrade materials, is doing those crafts in your stronghold. So these fish are super valuable, but they're ridiculously cheap right now. But that's the main information I want to go over for this video, so go buy these crystals right now. They're just so cheap right now, and crystals are always going to be useful. And also, before you follow any of the tips in my videos or other videos of selling stuff on the market, doing certain farms like the Kaldar Fusion farm, or even buying these crystals, make sure you check the prices first. Like if I make this video and you go see it a week down the road and the crystals have doubled in price, you might want to think twice before putting all your gold into them. So check the prices on the market, check the price of these crystals before you do anything, especially on the market, because that can change for different servers and regions. But that's pretty much all I want to go over in this video. So subscribe if you want to see more Lost Ark or other MMO videos. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a comment down below what you guys think about the price of these crystals right now. And thanks for watching.